What seems to be overrated until you actually try it. 2 things work: boots/shoes and quality underwear. If you work on your feet, do not skimp on your footwear. It saves on fatigue and body aches just for starters. I'm currently wearing the ugliest pair of boots I've ever owned, just because they were the most comfortable pair I tried on while shopping. They are work boots. Who gaff what they look like? They will be filthy on the first day at a construction site. As far as the underwear, once you wear a good quality pair, you'll never want to go back. Good headphones. You'll hear little nuances in music you've heard hundreds of times before but didn't notice. Getting skincare that actually works for you instead of whatever is convenient. I had terrible acne for years and I would just use whatever skincare I got my hands on instead of finding something that actually cleared up my skin. 2 monitors for your computer. Once you go to, you'll never go back. Edit. For all those asking, I do third art. 2 monitors when unwrapping in thirds maximum is a must. I also work a lot with Photoshop at the same time with maximum files. Plus I look at PDFs and other references while working on projects, along with Firefox for YouTube, online references, etc. Finding something you truly enjoy. For me, although I suck, it's third modeling. So go out there and try out some hobbies. You never know what you'll like. Hiring movers. I used to pride myself in my moves, but that was just me and my stuff from one bedroom to another. When I got married, we started renting our own apartment and the stuff accumulated over the years. When we moved to New York City, we hired my buddy's moving company and it was amazing. When we moved apartments the next year, we hired another company and it was so nice not having to move a single thing up the stairs. We have not moved in 6 years now, and I hope we won't have to anytime soon. But we will 100% pay the extra hundreds of dollars to not schlep couches and dresses. Good quality fruits and vegetables. It may sound overrated, but good fresh foods taste amazing. Edit. Hey, first gold. Thanks. Really good water pressure from a shower head. Also Monster Energy ham. Getting 8+ hours of sleep. Edit. Sure, everybody needs to find his or her magic hour. Some people need only 6 or 7 hours of sleep. Some people need 8 or 9. It doesn't really matter that much. If you are fresh and feel good, the morning after 8 seems to be around the average. So I just use that. Nice crap for yourself like a shower head, nice sheets, matching cups, a good wardrobe, healthy meals, exercise. When you put together any one part of this, it seems like nothing, but after 9 months and you've improved all of these small things, your life will feel way better and your dates and friends will really notice. Actually spending time improving your relationships with family and friends. The older I get, the more I regret not having spent more time with family and friends. I thought to look at the starry sky is boring, but in fact it is very beautiful. When I was a child, my dad taught me about the constellations and bird watching. He said if you know the stars and birds, you'll never be bored wherever you go. He was right. Sleep, nutrition, hydration. Believe me when I say this. It's a cold, dark world until you tune those 3 together. Edit. Thanks for the bling, everyone. I had no idea this would blow up. Thank you. I'll respond if I can. I said this on a whim, but I mean it. Tailored clothing. You can have just about any body shape, but when you have it tailored to your actual size, you go from looking okay to looking amazing. I cannot emphasize this enough. A quality pillow. Can confirm. Due to being born poor, I had the same pillows for far longer than I should have. I'm talking you might as well sleep on an empty pillowcase levels of used pillow. When I finally got a job that paid a decent wage, the first thing I brought was a pillow. That was the best investment in my life. Hawaii. It seems cliche and overdone, at least in US, but for good reason. I used to wonder why people would fly so long just to go to the beach when FLOCA is so much closer. It's a true cultural experience, not just beaches and tropical drinks. Many fancy, expensive restaurants. I've always been frugal. After marriage, I've joined my in-laws on several occasions for nice dinners. My taste buds are still in shock at the flavors that exist among foods I've eaten all my life. There is a true art to cooking that can't be replicated without years of education and training. Drinking water. It's amazing how much better I feel when I consciously choose to drink more water. As a millennial, a full-time job, and falling asleep early, was a night owl for years, depressed for a few, had a few part-time jobs here and there because I thought that I would hate working full-time. Turns out I like waking up early and really needed the structure in my life. Helped with my depression immensely, and I'm not so sad anymore these days. Sure, I have less time to do other things, but now they actually feel like hobbies, not like things I used to pass an excessive amount of time. Talking to a therapist. It can really help. Yoga and meditation. It's ridiculous how hard it can be to just sit within yourself, but once you've done it and found the quiet, it's hard to stay away. VR. I looked at it at conferences, but never really got into it. After using a headset in a more private environment, I found it amazing. It really is completely different. Exercising regularly. Having an actually reasonable sleep schedule. Treating your mental health right. Pretty much just treating yourself well. I'm assuming golf, considering how freaking boring it seems, and how much people who play love it. Not being poor. Now I'm lower middle class, and that money makes all the difference in the world for my health and happiness. Who would have thought? Good mouse for your PC. I've been using random $10 stuff. Around 2008 I got SS Scanner, and this spring I got G403, and holy crap, it's so good. If Apex Legends had a good stat tracker, I'm sure I've jumped quite a lot of steps just from mouse change. Edit. Slow fix. Into the Spider-Verse. I was incredulous when my brother told me it was one of the best movies he had ever seen. And then I saw it. It's my favorite animated movie now. Possibly my favorite movie in general. High refresh rate monitors. You think you know what smoothness is until you get one of these. Then you look back at 60 Hz and wonder how you ever found that smooth in the first place. Cleaning. Everyone thinks this is a chore, but there's actually great benefits. When you clean your house and your bedroom, you get some exercise, plus you actually have a lot more space, plus it's good for your health. I usually roll my eyes when I hear this, but mindfulness and meditation. I just took a really good course at my job for precepting new employees, and we had this section on mindfulness and meditation. Cue the eye rolling. But it was so interesting. And I really gained a lot of insight about how to apply principles on both my personal and professional life to maintain wellness and well-being. Saving money while young. Me and my husband were always seen as super boring when we were young because we both individually loved to save money. We still went out but just spent very little. No alcohol, no smoking, no drugs, no makeup, no expensive restaurants, always find vouchers, etc. But we saved enough to buy a home with a 50% deposit in our 20s, which means a tiny mortgage. That now means that we can live very comfortably off one average income and still save for whatever we want to do. Trust me, start saving now. Reddit. Especially once you get past the main big subs and find smaller communities dedicated to your interests and fit your personality more. Cheese pizza. All my life I ordered toppings because why would I want a plain pizza? Meat and stuff only makes it better, right? Well, one day I went to my pizza place for a slice, but I could only afford a slice of cheese, so I got it and sprinkled some crushed red pepper on it, and my goodness, so freaking good. Been my preferred pizza for 8 years now. Before that I thought people were nuts for ordering a plain pizza, but I see it now. Volunteering. Putting your time into causes you believe in make a difference in the lives of many and is personally rewarding. Those electric scooters that recently popped up all over cities in USA. I always made fun of the people riding them for being lame until I had to unexpectedly be on the other side of downtown. What would have been a 45-minute walk turned into a 15-minute ride for under $5. Plus it was super fun. Haters gonna hate. Pop sockets. Crap's pretty useful, lol. Sushi was one of those things for me. I was very put off by it for so long until I actually tried it and realized just how good it could be. Salting food. People seem to shrug every time I tell them, but they simply don't add salt. It's so important. Sweet and salty popcorn. Yes, both mixed. Had it the first time few years ago and now it's my favorite popcorn flavor. Give it a try if you haven't done it yet.